Good morning, everybody. Everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. I've literally just got on the PC. I've been out all morning. So we can do this breakdown together. You know what's really interesting? That just took me like 2 minutes to do that. But what's really interesting, it literally took me less than 2 minutes to do my morning breakdown today. So we should be live. Let me know if there's any problems, but we should be all good on my side. We'll move over to the main screen, and of course, let me just take my nootropic here. Spicy. It took me 2 minutes to do my morning breakdown today. Do you know why? Because it is a pretty straightforward day. So the same levels I had yesterday are going to be pretty much the same if I take any shorts, but I'm not really overly bothered about necessarily shorting, so to speak. But the daily is, or when I checked yesterday, it was still, still bullish on the BX. So this is how little I have to look at the daily time frame. That's my daily time frame analysis done on the day. And at some point, I'm going to code the BX just to show me the daily on a 5-minute time frame. But anyway, all I'm really looking at. Oh, anyway, let's just do a quick breakdown. So today is it the last? Yes, today's going to be the last trading day of the year, right? Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So for December, total payouts were $31,000, and total payouts on the year is $242,000. Pretty phenomenal. So it's been a good year, but I think next year we are going to hopefully 5x that, or at least 4x that. Let's try to go for $1 million next year. Just wanted to put that on here because again, I sometimes forget the days. I get quite robotic with like Christmas, New Year's, birthdays. It's just another day for me. But we do have to appreciate it is the last trading day of the year, and we are going into a new year, and we have just had a phenomenal year. So let's all congratulate ourselves. And if this year hasn't been as good for you, or you want to improve like we all do every single year, reflect on this year, because it has been a phenomenal year in the CMP Trading Room anyway. And of course, things go on outside of trading, but for me, new house, new baby, new car and stuff. So for me, I put things in place a long time ago. As the old saying goes, you plant the tree. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago, and that's what we're doing every single day. We're planting these seeds, and at some point they all grow and we get to reap those benefits. So just a small breakdown, small sort of reflection on this year. It has been an incredible year, and I am very grateful for every single one of you being in here, and also very grateful for the journey that I've also been on and you guys have been able to follow as well. I think it's just incredible. So just small congratulations on everyone who's in the CMP room and also watching online. I think just incredible. So breakdown for today, again, fairly straightforward. All I'm really doing is looking at the full halfway back from last Friday, and I am drawing to the overnight low. That 50% is pretty much, it lines up perfectly with the current hourly high. Okay, if you guys have got the indicators, and it also coincides really nicely with yesterday's RTH midpoint, which is just the RTH low from yesterday, regular trading session low to regular trading session high, 9:30 till 4 o'clock. And that midpoint is pretty much very close to that halfway back. So I'm looking at that area not for a short. Okay, I don't necessarily want to short that area, but what I would be interested in, if we do get a sell-off, I would probably, the only way I'm really going to try and potentially take a long here, I haven't actually, I have drawn the long, yeah, sorry, here. So this is the only real sort of long that I'm going to look for. Very similar to yesterday, I kind of want to see a push higher, then a bit of a puke. I don't really want to be buying when everyone else is buying. I kind of want to wait for a bit of a disruption in price. Not so much manipulation or anything like that. I just want to kind of see a little bit of scared, a little bit of like a bit of panic, essentially, is what I want to see. Because I don't really want to just be following this slow and steady price action that could just sort of break at any point. So I want to just be a little bit patient. And if I don't take a trade again, didn't take a trade all day yesterday, and I don't mind. Again, You guys who've been here for multiple years have seen me take multiple weeks with no trade. So multiple days just doesn't even bother me. And especially when it's New Year's and Christmas. Like, I don't care about trading if there's no trades to take, I don't take the trades. If there's trades to take, you guys know I'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning taking the trades in bed. So like, you guys know how I trade, right? If there's something there, I'll take it. If not, hey, I've got other stuff to do. It's all good. But in short, if you want the nice synopsis of today, I am looking for a long down at the 79% fade long, which is going to be hopefully close to the RTH dynamic trend line. I don't know what that's going to be at just yet because we haven't opened, but the ETH dynamic trend line is about 560. So I imagine the RTH, the RTH is probably going to be close to this 79% fade long. Now, at that point in time, we are obviously going to be at, below true trend. So it's one or two things. You either bid this level with a sensible stop, 50 point, 30 point stop, and you just let it run. And letting it run would be the full negative 2023 completion, which is where this line ends. And the reason for that as a completion is because that puts you back up into the 62. Okay, so if we just remove the indicators for a second, just from a fib point of view, this is all I'm really looking at. So I want to see, I'm not going to short, but I want to see rejections at the halfway back to confirm the move, i.e. to confirm the manipulation, the panic, whatever you want to call it, trapped buyers. I then want to see some kind of panic, some sort of, bear trap, whatever you want to call it, 79% fade long, back down into these supports all the way from Tuesday and even, not so much Monday, but back into yesterday's lows, right? 79% fade long. Why not a halfway back? I just don't think shorting the 50, long in the 50 is valid. I really think you need this to pay quite big, trap some buyers, and then rally on them. That's because the more aggressive drop you have, the more range you have to fill to the upside, and that's kind of what I want to see. And there could obviously be some small rejections in here up and down, but overall I think this glides back up into 25,800s. Now, what happens if we don't trade this 79% fade long? Okay, two scenarios. If we don't trade that 79% fade long, all I'm probably going to look for, and of course the day develops as it does, and of course analysis and thoughts and feelings can change throughout the day, but as it stands right now, my 2-minute analysis this morning that I drew, I don't see any longs other than that currently. But again, things can change, and that's why we go live in the trading room, so we can do a in-person analysis, so to speak. The only other trade I would take is basically a short trade, and that would be pretty much put the indicators on. That would be basically shorting the ETH high, looking for a short at around that area, let it pop a little bit higher, and then potentially fade that going into the RTH high from yesterday. Again, if that doesn't trade, the only other option I have, and which would be Exhibit B, would be the opposite of, if this long fails for whatever reason, then it would be a potential short. Now, that short for me would be below the ETH dynamic trend line, because I know at that point, one, you've broken the overnight low, and two, you're below the dynamic trend line, which is your value zone. Being below value is, in my opinion, bearish. So if we do get below that, that's what I would look for a short, and I would probably play it down to the ETH low. And as we all know in the room, there's probably going to be a 50 to 100 point trade here at the ETH low as well. So there's trades to be had always, but they're structured and they're in places that change each day, right? So the ETH low is obviously something that is a trade that could be had in terms of a static level, but the level's going to be different each and every day because price moves. But in terms of where that is currently, that's going to line up at 25,400. And that's what I would look for. I'd look for a short into the ETH low and then potentially a long out of it. But right where we are right now is pretty much in the middle. Like if I had to literally draw, if I was going to go long, well, pretty much if you look at it from an ETH high to an ETH low, this is like, what the hell was that? This is like, where are we? Above the 62. So just not fair values for me at all. So there's no eagerness. I don't even have any trading account open right now. So there's no eagerness to trade. You'll see I've not taken a trade all day today. And if that means I don't take a trade at all again today, then that is absolutely fine. Trade the market you're in, not the market you want to be in, and keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That is all I have today. If there's any questions, let me know in the trading room. I'm going to put some food on in a second, but it's already made. I just need to warm it up, so I will be back in. Remember, guys, the sale is so stupidly discounted. That is never going to come around again in terms of the discount I gave on that. Just stupid, but whatever. Please make sure if you are interested in that, it is cheaper than the lifetime option, and you get both of the courses, and you get 6 months of the indicators. Phenomenal. Other than that, we will go live on Whoop, and everyone on YouTube, we will be back on Friday. Yes, I think Friday. So today is the 31st, and we will be back in the new year on the 2nd of January for Friday. Okay. I will see you all in the new year. Everyone